Alright guys, finally we are here to discuss the responsive web design topic. Before we start the discussion on responsive web design, let's recap what we have learned so far. We started with the introduction, learned all the basics of HTML and CSS. Then we saw different forms of media and content that can be displayed on a page using different elements based on the type of content. Thereafter, we have seen about the box model of all the elements on a page. To provide the structure and build any kind of layouts, we have learned different ways of positioning like line blocks, floats, and flexbox. And then we learned about web typography, background and gradients, list, forms, tables, etc. to represent our content more beautifully and legibly. So now we are in such a position that we can create any kind of layouts in any imaginable way. So far we have been creating our layouts only for laptops or desktop. But if we check out the modern websites are not only accessible with the laptops or desktop, it can be accessed on any devices, even on mobile phones. Guys, these days it is really hard to find someone who does not own a mobile connected to the internet. Everyone doesn't own a laptop or desktop, but everyone may own a mobile device. With the growth of mobile devices, the internet users are also growing like crazy. And therefore, a new challenge came, that is, how to build a website that will be suitable for all screen users. The users who are using a large monitor as well as for the mobile users also. In response to this, a responsive web design concept came that helps in building a website that will be suitable for all screen sizes, no matter how large or small, mobile or desktop. So, what is responsive web design? Responsive web design is an approach to develop all screen size versions of a website. No matter on which device a website is being opened, who the users are, all users owning a small device or large device will get a better experience with the responsive web design. For example, let's check out a website. This is the All Campus website. If you check out this website on any screen devices, you will find that this website will be responsive on each and every screen sizes. Let's check out. So to check out whether a website is responsive or not, you can inspect the page, and when the developer tools open, you get an option here on the left. Here you will find that there is an icon for the mobile devices or for the desktop. So if you click here, you get an option to check out the website whether the website is responsive or not. So here right now we are checking our layout on iPad Pro. Let's see for the responsive part. So on responsive, you get an option to reduce the size of the screen and then check out whether the website is responsive or not. Apart from that, we have different devices listed here. Say Moto G4. So on Moto G4, our page will look something like this. Similarly, we have different devices here. Say Galaxy S5, maybe iPhone 5, another, let's say iPad. On iPad, our page will look something like this. So this is how we can check a website whether it is responsive or not. Okay, the question is here, how we can create a website which will be responsive on any screen devices. Actually, the responsive web design or responsive websites are accomplished by making the layouts responsive and adaptive. So what is responsive and adaptive? The responsive and adaptives are the two terms or concepts which we use to create a website responsive. And most often people get confused with the responsive and adaptive terms. So let's understand these two terms separately. Responsive layout reacts quickly and positively to any changes. The responsive layouts are also known as flexible layouts, which will have fluidity. Let's check out the All Campus website once again. So let's inspect it here and let's reduce the size of the developer tools. Click here. Now we will check out the responsiveness, whether our page is responding according to the changes or not. So from here, let's reduce the size of the screen. Okay, nice. You can see here, as soon as we reduce the size of the screen, the font size is also decreasing, and similarly the image, if you look at here once again, you can see here the image size is also decreasing. It's just because our layout is flexible as well as responsive, so it is responding whatever the changes we are doing here. We are making the changes in the screen sizes, and so accordingly the font size as well as images, the size of the container are responding accordingly. That's the responsiveness. Now what is adaptive? The adaptive layouts changes based on a new purpose or new condition, and in CSS media queries are used to conditionally apply CSS rules. So let's see what is actually adaptive. So now let's reduce the size of the screen a bit more. Okay, as you can see now that as soon as the size of the screen reduces a bit more, instead of a navbar we can see a hamburger menu. Once we click, we see the menu. This is known as changes. Here we have applied these changes according to one condition. That condition is that when the screen or when the layout hits some particular screen sizes, then change the structure in the layout. Now earlier each and every element or each and every content was coming in a single line or in a row. Now these columns are break into different rows. You can see the first row, second rows, but earlier it was in a single line or in different columns. So that's the adaptiveness. In adaptiveness we apply some condition, and on that particular condition our layout will change or our layout will be in different structure. Earlier our layout were flowing horizontally, now most of the contents are going vertical. You can see here, but earlier it was something like this. That's the adaptiveness. Okay, so these are the two terms, responsive and adaptive, we use to create a layout responsive as well as adaptive. And the important part for the responsive web design or responsive website is that we use the combination of both responsive as well as adaptive to create a functional responsive website.